Are all shooting video games evil? Is it sinful to God for you to play a shooting video game? If you want to find out the very true answer behind this and to this very question, then be sure to stick around for this entire video, guys. Trust me, it's not long. It's just a few minutes out of your entire day that I believe could change your life forever. So yeah, guys, let's get straight into this one. Now, if you guys do not know me, my name is JJ. I make videos on the detailed type of stuff, just like the one you're watching right now. I got tons more video game videos, just like this one. And yeah, not enough Christians do this. Not enough Christians expose this type of stuff. So, well, I believe this is what God has called me to, and I know for a fact the devil is in the details. Now, the first thing you would need to know about shooting video games is it is, the broadest video game industry out there. There's definitely way more shooting video games than any other kind of video game. Now, the reason why so many people, guys, are attracted to shooting video games and these type of video games and that type of content is because there is something inside of humanity, something inside of people that desires to have power. I mean, I could prove it to you. We see in the very beginning, inside of the Bible, we see when the devil tried to deceive Adam and Eve, he told them, you can be like God. You can be God. You can have power like God. So then they ended up falling because they thought they could be like God. And they wanted to have those capabilities. They wanted to have that power. And often what happens is the devil gets on top of that desire in humanity real fast by adding all these elements inside of certain video games like witchcraft, sorcery, whatever, to make you feel like as you are in this fake reality that you have power, because you know when you are in real reality that you are pretty much powerless in so many ways. That's why you got these video games where when you can fly, when you can shoot, or when you can snipe, you have all these skills and assets. You got characters who can do greater and bigger things than most. And when you become better and better at that certain video game, you feel like you have more power and capability and control over these certain characters and certain things or whatever. Now, as Christians, guys, we know we have power. We have insane, power to do all these miracles and wonders. But all that type of power, that comes from God. And we are humbled knowing that. Now, the devil often will get on top of taking advantage of people who don't know God and putting other formats and things in their life to make them feel powerful. For an example, there's a new age practice called astral projection, where your spirit literally astral projects out of your body and you are able to go places and do this or do that. The devil can use, certain elements in your life like marijuana or just things like that gets you to feel like you have more capability, more focus, more power. It makes you feel like you're powerful when in reality that power is coming from demons, demonic power in the spiritual realm. But all that aside, anyway, you guys get my point. Shooting video games, the reason why there are so many of them is because there's an element in shooting people that makes you feel powerful. So that's the first thing you guys definitely need to be cautious of. If you're not feeding something in your heart that's wicked, that desires power, you guys are going to have to search the deepest parts of your heart. David said to God, "Search me, Lord, search my heart, know my ways, see if there's any wicked way in me." So you got to search your heart in everything of the sort like that. Now just listen, I'm not here to condemn every single shooting video game. I don't think every single shooting video game is evil and like sinful against God and that type of thing. I really believe that it depends on your heart posture, and it also depends on the theme of that video game. Why is there shooting in this video game? Is it something like GTA where, you just shoot people when you're robbing, or you shoot people randomly, or, there's bloodshed and that type of stuff? Because we know that if that's the theme of the video game, then all it's doing is raising up evil tendencies in your heart. And we see so much, people nowadays growing up in violence because they are being pacified by the devil with these violent video games, violent TV shows, and all that type of stuff. So it depends on the theme of the video game. Why is there shooting? Is there a just cause? Is there, criminal like justice? Is it like a cop thing or something like that? Is it an army video game? Or, even hunting, right? Like, there are a few cases in certain video games where, I could say it could be justified. Now, I will not justify bloodshed. The Bible is clear about how life is in the blood. There shouldn't be any type of bloodshed. And what happens when you see all that type of stuff, you become attracted naturally to violence, bloodshed, and it's very demonic, and it can, take hold and become a stronghold in your life pretty darn fast. Now, just check this out. The Bible literally says in Psalms chapter 11, verse 5, "The Lord tests the righteous, but the wicked and the one who loves violence, his soul hates." So the soul of God hates the ones who love violence. And we live in a generation today, guys, where so many people love violence. So you want to be sure that if there are shooting games in your life and things that you are playing of that sort, that you don't love it. Like you shouldn't love violence. You see what I'm saying? The bloodshed, the murder, all that kind of stuff, guys, you should not love violence. So you got to be extremely careful about the video games with shooting in it that you play, because most are corrupt and most give you a desire and a love for violence, which is wicked to the Lord. And that's exactly what the devil wants. He wants you to start to fall in love with violence because he is violent. So really, guys, in conclusion, stay away from most shooting video games. And if you're going to play any, be very cautious. Don't become addicted to it. Test the cause of that video game to see if there is a just cause, or it's something that is criminal. It's something that's violence, that feeds a love for violence. Make sure there's no bloodshed or murder type of stuff or anything like that. And test your heart to see why you are playing it, to see if it's feeding you with wickedness, if it's giving you a love for violence. So test all things if you're going to make the decision to play any kind of shooting video game. I don't care how cartoonish it is. I don't care how innocent it seems. Be sure you test the cause and reasoning for it and of it, and be very cautious with it. So yeah, guys, with that being said, hey, if you guys want to support the ministry on here, don't forget to subscribe, like this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments about this one. Share this with a few friends so they can see this as well. Go check out my merch store. That is in the link of the description, guys. So yeah, with that being said, you all have a great rest of your day, and God bless you.